This is what Lebanon's financial implosion looks like. This is what it has done to the people, the victims of this economic collapse who've had enough. Ordinary citizens have held up at least 7 banks since Wednesday in these desperate attempts to get their money out of banks. They've been largely locked out of their life savings for 3 years after banks enforced unofficial capital controls. This woman, Sally Hafiz, threatened to set herself on fire and held people hostage with what she later said was a toy gun. She told Lebanese TV she did this to save her sister.
I have nothing more to lose. I got to the end of the road. 2 days ago, I went to the branch manager and begged him, told him my sister is dying. She doesn't have time. After giving me a hard time, he finally said he can give us $200 a month at the rate of 12 million Lebanese pound. That will be 2,400,000 Lebanese pound, which is not even the price of an injection that my sister needs to take daily. It is a shame to say this, but I got to a point where I was going to sell my kidney so that my sister could receive treatment.
Sally and others have been hailed as heroes. For 3 years, people have struggled to survive. A collapsed economy, a broken state, paying the price for the failures of a ruling elite that has plunged this nation into one of the worst financial crises since the mid-19th century, according to the World Bank.
We have been asking the state for the last 3 years. We have demanded and protested in peaceful ways, and no one showed any interest in our cause. It is pushing the depositors to take their right with their own hands.
As surreal scenes like this one played out, with a man who said he was unarmed calmly holding up a bank in Beirut on Friday, banks announced they'll be closed for at least 3 days next week, fearing this spate may just be the beginning.
Why we are sleeping till now? They broke the country. They broke the people. What do we have? This is not a country.
Jumana Karache, CNN, Istanbul.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. In the name of his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man. That was a clip that I just played showing you a Lebanese woman and others like her, ordinary people, go into the bank to take out money out of their savings account, and there's nothing in there for them. And that's not far-fetched to believe that something like that can't happen here, whether it's natural or stage. Because the powers that be could have, they watchdogs, the media, put out stories how the banks are closing and people, it ain't hard to believe are gonna go into a frenzy and storming the banks trying to get their money back and take it out. Which could also lead to civil unrest, where they will have the authority or the cause to bring in, the state marshals or whatever else forces needed to get things back in control. So that's not hard to believe that something like that could take place, and that may be one of the ways that they use to usher in their new system. In between that and digital currency as the Trojan horse, the infrastructure. So that's not hard to believe that something like that can happen over here, that this economy can be imploded and collapse from the inside out using the banks. Because a lot of people are going to be going crazy when they can't get their money out due to some kind of stage event or crisis, and that's when all hell gonna break loose. Because like you seen it in that clip, that lady, she needed to get her money so her sister can get that surgery. So how much more over here when somebody need to get a substantial amount of money out the bank and they can't for whatever needs that they may, that they gonna, do what they need to do to get their money. It said, one of the guys said, he just wanted to go into the bank to get his money, but he couldn't. And then you heard the lady said she hold up the bank, but it was a toy gun. And those troops, they ain't gonna know that's a toy gun. They gonna have orders to shoot on sight. So just be aware and know what time we in. Anything could pop off. Anything could happen to further promote their agenda. And that could be one of the main things they used for that. Whether it's a stage event or whether it's something that occurs naturally. So we just got to be, aware and prepared for what can happen. So I'm going to read you a few scriptures out of the book of Ezekiel, and we're going to take it from there. This is Ezekiel 7, and it reads from verse 5. Thus saith the Lord Almighty, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come, and end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come. The morning is coming to thee. O thou that dwellest in the land, the time is come. The day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains. Now will I shortly pour out my fury upon thee, and accomplish my anger upon thee. And I will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense thee for all thy abominations. And my eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways and thy abominations that are in the midst of thee. And ye shall know that I am Yahweh that smiteth. Behold, the day, behold, it is come. The morning is going forth. The rod hath blossomed. Pride hath budded. Violence is risen up into a rod of wickedness. None of them shall remain, nor of their multitude, nor of any of theirs. Neither shall there be wailing for them. The time is come. The day draw near. Let not the buyer rejoice, nor the seller mourn, for wrath is upon all of the multitude thereof. So right here, whether it's the bank that's going out of business or the consumer that's losing business, losing their money. It says, wrath is upon all of the multitude thereof. 13, for the seller shall not return to that which is sold. So the banks ain't coming back, man. And their whole purpose was to sell you a peace of mind as far as securing your money in a secure location. But what good is that when you go to retrieve it, you don't have full access to it, or you can't get access to it at all. And that's when you're gonna see a lot of people losing their mind. It says, for the seller should not return to that which is sold, although they were yet alive, for the vision is touching the whole multitude thereof, which shall not return. Neither shall any strengthen himself in the iniquity of his life. 14. They have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none goeth to the battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. But they that escape of them shall escape, and shall be on the mountains like doves of the valleys, all of them mourning, everyone for his iniquity. 17. All hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. 18. They shall also gird themselves sackcloths, and horror shall cover them. And shame shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon all their heads. Here you go. 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of Yahweh. You know, and that gold and silver represents this society's, money, buying and selling silver and gold. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fear their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. So when all hell breaks out, man, it's going to be a stumbling block for a lot of people. Because they gold and they silver ain't going to be able to save them, man. And that's what they're going to be thinking. Let's take our money out. Let's get our gold and silver out. This is all we got. And when they can't get a hold of that, that's when all hell gonna break loose, man. And you're gonna see a lot of people doing, things you wouldn't normally necessarily see people doing, man. So I just seen that clip and just thought about, that could be something that could take place here. People not being able to get their money out, doing drastic things, holding up banks just to get their own money out. Complete chaos, which would justify them bringing in whatever form of action they think is needed to subdue and take back control, whether that be more police officers or bringing in some type of outside authority. They would be justified because a lot of people gonna be breaking laws just to get what they believe is rightfully owed to them. So we seeing it in Lebanon. Don't think we won't see it here. Because a lot of people depend on this current system we got right now. Especially for supplements. So I just thought I'd bring that out. Give you a heads up, let you know, keep your ear to the street, stay in this word, man, and know what's going on around you. And we're going to close out and we're going to go from there. This 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. And it reads, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And a lot of people thinking, hey, how are we going to make it without money? It tells you money is a defense, but you take it as far as you can. You run with it as far as you can. But when it comes to that point where they give you that ultimatum, where either you take this new form of currency and get down with the program, are you going about your way? You got to pray the spirit be on you, keep you in the spirit, and you don't fold and break under that pressure, man, and take that mark and cave into society. And just for a little piece of, clarity, You able to live to see the next day because you got a little food in your belly. Now you done gave up your soul, man. And it tells you, give unto Caesar what is Caesar, and unto the Lord what is the Lord. So you use that money for a defense up until the time they tell you, hey, okay, we got this new form of currency, a more, upgrade with more secure features where we can implement it into your body, monitor you, give you more options of commerce where you can trade person to person, get real-time payments, and do so much with this. Out with the old, in with the new. Now that's crossing the line there. Money is no longer a defense. It's used as a tool to brand you, to keep you in, in order. So that's when you need to be sober, man, and to know, okay, it's a change of direction now. They taking it to once where I used to be able to take physical currency and buy things to now I can no longer take that physical currency and purchase things. Now it's being implemented inside me through a sharp pointed needle cutting of the flesh. It tells you that. So now we got to be wise and circumspect and know the difference. So let's read this one more time. We're going to close it out from there. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And that's all he do. Just walketh about, seeing who laying by the wayside. Easy pickings. Don't know nothing. Have no idea of what's going on, or do know what's going on and just don't care. They have no faith. They don't believe. They're not in the spirit. This time we have to get ourselves together, this grace, we using it for our own benefits. Trying to get the next edge on the next breakout, cryptocurrency or whatever they seeing that's going to take the average Joe to the next level and put him on the status of being a millionaire. So they ain't taking time out to get into this truth, man, and seeing what's going on, that they being played from the jump. So the devil, as a roaring lion, that's what he walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Okay. Now we done did our studies and seen that it's feasible to take this currency to the next level. We gonna regulate it, and now the crypto is the new form of payments. It's got so many things that the old system couldn't give you that the new system can do and beyond. So we understand when that system comes to its full peak that we got to get up, we got to be ready to forsake this kingdom, this society, man. We get ourselves together, use this time to get in the spirit, get our affairs in order, and when that time comes, pray that the spirit be on us to get us through this into the other side. So that's all I got to say. And we're going to close it out. And with that, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom.